Hey everybody, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm your host, Captain Rye, and today we'll be taking a look at World of Warships, how to utilize the Fletcher, Tier 9 US Destroyer. I think it's finally time that I got around to actually doing this review, this how-to on it. Picked up this ship a couple of months ago and have absolutely fallen in love with it. And sad to say, the Fubuki used to be my true love of destroyer captaining, but sorry Fubuki, you've been replaced. You've been replaced with the Fletcher. The issues that I'm seeing a lot of players have with this ship in particular is that they are playing it like they would play the Benson. And while that's not an entirely unrealistic way or bad way to play the ship, it's not utilizing the ship's abilities to its maximum. The Benson really is the pinnacle of US destroyer tactics that you pretty much start learning from the Samson up. That's utilization of your gun range and arcs, that's laying ambush tactics or suicide charging distracted battleships to make sure that your slow, short-range torpedoes hit home. And when you play the Benson, yeah, you get those 9.5 kilometer torpedoes, but they're so slow. The only way to ensure hits with those torpedoes is to basically drop them within your detectability range. This is not the case with the Fletcher. She has fast 66 knot 10.5 kilometer torpedoes. Basically, she has torpedoes that are on par with the Fubuki. Combine that with a concealment rating with max concealment of 5.8 kilometers, you can easily drop your torpedoes outside of detection range, and never will the enemy know you're there. And you can easily hit unsuspecting targets without worrying about it, because your torpedoes are fast enough. So let's take a look at some of the tactics I used in this particular battle. First things first, it's the North map, winter, the Northern Lights. So, beautiful map, absolutely love it. Domination mode, destroyer's best kind of match. I'm headed right to the B cap point to start off.
Enemy force detected.
Enemy ships are going to start popping up here, but I'm not looking to get into a gunfight with these ships. And that's the other thing that I see a lot of players in this ship do. They'll open up with their guns at ranges within 10 kilometers, but outside of their detection range, because that's their go-to decision. That's what they've been trained to do. Now, I didn't get into the B cap point. The enemy Kagero has popped up here and has taken a couple of shots at me. I've popped smoke, but I'm not stopping. I'm continuing my turn, and I'm basically just using the smoke as a cover screen while I turn around and run away. That Kagero did what you would expect a destroyer to do, which is he stopped in the smoke, and he ate one of my torpedoes because of it, which has left him on dangerously low health, and now a friendly cruiser with radar has detected him. So he's going to take some serious shots there, and I'm going to snag the kill, which is great. Just off to the left-hand side, you can see if I had stopped and stayed in my smoke screen, I would have run the risk of being torpedoed. So instead, I've used the superior mobility of this ship, and I've just kept moving. Deployed it, didn't stop, didn't worry about it, keep moving. About the only time I would say you want to stop in your smoke screen is when you absolutely have to stay in one spot. You're surrounded by a group of enemy battleships and cruisers that don't have radar, but are close enough that if you open fire, they are going to see you, or if you try to run away, they're going to spot you with spotter aircraft. Still, though, the other time you can use smoke and stay still is if you absolutely know there's nobody near you who can torpedo you. And we will see an example of that shortly. There's an enemy Atago who is not far away here. He's within torpedo range. As I cap B, we're going to see those torpedoes pop up. And I'm kind of turning away. I'm not really looking to go full on into the jaws of the enemy there. I don't know what's hiding over there. There's still 3 more destroyers out there, and I definitely don't need to be spotted on the wrong side of an island. Slowed down right between the torpedoes. Perfect use of the ship's speed capabilities. And now I'm looking over to this side of the map, and my team is in a world of hurt. They've got at least 2 enemy battleships, and there are actually 3 enemy battleships over there, including the Yamato and an Iowa. So I'm going to start providing some support here. My torpedoes aren't up yet, and I'm in a good position where I can pop smoke, not have to worry about being torpedoed, and just start shelling. This is when you really consider using the guns on this ship. The guns should be your go-to weapon if you're dealing with an equal or lower tier destroyer that's within detectability range. Like, if you're already spotted, you can go ahead and open up, not a problem. But if you're not spotted, consider holding fire and waiting to see what they're going to do, because you don't want to reveal yourself to other enemy ships that may suddenly decide they need to focus you down. In this situation, I'm using my guns because they're the ones that are available, and great gun arcs, fire right over that mountain, and continue burning down that Tirpitz. I did hit some torpedoes on an unsuspecting battleship, and I think we'll actually see more of that battleship later in this match. Heading over towards the A cap point here, I know that this Tirpitz is backing up. I know there's a Yamato over there, so I want to see if I can kind of skirt this island a little bit and get them as they decide to peek out and play peekaboo with our Yamato. But it's kind of one of those situations. I don't want to get too close, because I know that if I get spotted, there's also a Des Moines over there, and I don't need him shooting at me. I definitely do not need to have a Des Moines shooting at me from any range whatsoever. Torpedoes are away, and that's when I get spotted by the Shimakaze. So I'm going to go ahead and open up on the Shimakaze, and immediately regret that decision as the Shima has disappeared. I'm still detected, and now I've got shots coming in from that Des Moines. So I'm going to stow my ammo, stop firing, and basically just run away, which is really the best thing you can do when playing any destroyer. If you're spotted and you're in a situation where you can't go one-on-one with the ships that are shooting at you, and at the very least come out with the victory, you just need to stop firing, wiggle that ass, and take Billy Big steps in the opposite direction. I did manage to hit a torpedo on one of those ships. I don't know if it was the Yamato, the Des Moines, or the Iowa. But it was a successful torpedo run. The enemy team is down on ships, but not by a lot. They have 2 caps. They did manage to have their Otago come in and cap the B cap point after I had successfully capped it. So as I'm coming up here, I see this North Carolina. He is not paying attention. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get 1 set of torpedoes off. I'm going to wait to see what he does while I wait for my next set to come up. And he's going to continue in the same course. So I'm going to fire off my second set. I've slowed way down because I want to give my torpedoes time to start getting closer to the target before I reveal that I'm capping, that there's possibility of a destroyer sitting in this cap zone. Doesn't matter. That North Carolina's completely preoccupied with something else. I pop smoke and start shelling him. Popping smoke before I open fire means that if the North Carolina isn't looking in my direction specifically, I'm not going to pop up on his minimap, other than the fact that the B cap point is currently being capped. And that North Carolina bow onto the enemy ships, eats 2 of my torpedoes, and eats a 3rd torpedo, securing me my 2nd kill, and securing me my 2nd full cap. What a successful use of smoke, guns, and torpedoes. I don't really fault that North Carolina. Again, if he, and is often the case when you're engaged in a situation like that, you're too busy trying to find those citadels and big damage spots for your guns to hit. You're not really paying all that much attention to the minimap, so he probably didn't see that the B cap point was being taken. Or if he did, he didn't really think it was going to be much of a threat. And because I popped smoke before I started firing, and because I let my torpedoes get more than halfway to the target before I opened up on him, even if he had been looking in my direction, seen a destroyer, smoke screen, seen the shells coming in, he would have been in no position to dodge any of my torpedoes. He could have probably avoided most of them, but I still would have hit him with 2 or 3. And at the end of the day, damage and flooding is what wins battles. Enemy team has really just tanked now. They're down to 5 ships. We have the points lead, and they're actually about to lose another ship, I believe, their last destroyer here. The Yamato still trying to play peekaboo with this island. He's varying his speed, but he's really just kind of a sitting duck at this range. This is the only mistake I actually made here. So my torpedoes are about halfway to the target. I decide to open fire on that Yamato, just to see if I can get additional damage and burning on him. And Yamato secondaries opening up on me. Decide to shift fire over to that Des Moines. Doesn't matter though. End of the battle. Take a look at that. 400,000 credits and 110,000 damage done. Top of the team for XP earned. No surprise with 2 base captures and that amount of damage. Lots and lots of ships damaged. And solid damage numbers. And finally, look at that credit gain. 200,000 credits with premium and 140,000 credits without premium. At tier 9, that's absolutely impressive. Let's take a look at what my commander skills and modules on the ship are. One of the big things that I will say is to definitely get the situational awareness. Though, next patch, I understand that's going away, and it's going to be changed to basics of survivability. How that's going to affect situational awareness, I really can't say at this point. Second tier, get last stand. Third, superintendent for more smoke, very important. Survival expert for 3600 extra HP, and of course, concealment expert, because it's the only tier 5 skill that matters any bit. Concealment module, absolutely. The propulsion module I recommend over the steering module. get up to speed a lot quicker. Steering gears and engine gears, both viable options in this ship as they get destroyed a lot. The range dispersion, and of course, main armaments modification 1. You'll notice I'm missing that third gun module because I just don't know what to put there. The ship is pretty solid, and I could really put anything there, and it would probably just be a minor improvement to what's there now. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope my commentary helps you and others play this ship a little bit better, so I don't see you YOLO running down in Iowa or Yamato because you think you need to get to point blank range to ensure your torpedoes hit. You don't need to do that. And of course, remember, your torpedoes, let them be your go-to weapon unless you're detected or you're engaging a target that you know you can kill with guns before he can kill you. Anyway, I hope you guys really did enjoy the video. If you did, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and come back next week for another World of Warships or Armored Warfare video. I really do need to get back to playing that game. And as always, have a great day. This is Captain Rye, signing off.